Amanda was driving late at night along a deserted country road, heading home after visiting friends. She had taken this route many times before without incident. As she drove, she noticed a lone figure up ahead standing next to a broken-down car. Amanda hesitated briefly, then pulled over to help the stranded motorist. The man explained his car died suddenly, and his cell phone was dead. Amanda offered him a ride to the nearest town so he could call for help. He thanked her profusely as he got in. During the drive, a severe storm rolled in, bringing heavy rain and gusty winds. Amanda struggled to see the road ahead. She hoped they'd make it to town before the worst hit. Out of nowhere, a massive oak tree along the road toppled over right in their path. Amanda slammed the brakes but skidded on the slick pavement, crashing into the fallen tree. Shaken but unharmed, they got out to inspect the damage. Amanda's car was wedged against the tree. The hood crumpled. There was no going forward. With the storm raging stronger, Amanda knew they couldn't remain stranded on this remote road all night. She suggested they walk back to her house a few miles away. Using her phone's flashlight to see, Amanda led the way along the rain-drenched road. Each lightning flash illuminated the man's face, highlighting his wide, unsettling grin. As they neared an old covered bridge over a raging river, Amanda stopped short. She could just make out a figure standing motionless partway across it. Amanda turned to go back, but the man blocked her path, his grin now threatening. "Don't worry," he purred. "Nothing to fear except what's inside you." Amanda turned and bolted for the bridge. She could hear the man's footsteps gaining behind her as she ran. Heart pounding, Amanda reached the center of the bridge just as the dark figure ahead began shambling toward her. Trapped between two closing threats, Amanda climbed over the side of the bridge, clinging to the slippery wooden beams underneath. She dangled helplessly over the swollen river. Peering down through the cracks between the boards, Amanda saw the man walk out to the middle of the bridge, searching for her. He peered over the edge just as lightning flashed. His face was now hideously disfigured and decayed. Amanda stifled a gasp as she stared into the man's glowing red eyes. He was not human after all. Amanda held her breath, waiting for the man to leave. She then pulled herself back onto the bridge and took off running once more. Behind her, she heard the man scream in rage. Exhausted, Amanda finally arrived home. She locked the doors and windows, terrified the man would follow. Amanda jumped at every creak and pop of the old house in the storm. As daylight broke, the storm ceased and an eerie calm set in. Amanda decided to go inspect her crashed car. Surely the horrors of last night couldn't have been real. She drove the route in daylight but found no tree in the road nor any sign of her car. Confused, Amanda continued on only to encounter a roadblock. The old covered bridge had collapsed into the river at some point in the storm. Amanda felt the color drain from her face. She stood at the edge where she had clung to those boards in the darkness. It had all been real after all. Lightning flashed nearby and Amanda turned to run. But it was too late. The grinning man stood inches from her, decayed hands reaching out as he rasped, "Going my way?"